Was after 38 days. I mean, the last time anyone saw him publicly was on the 14th of February. So to see him, even though it was very brief, was significant. I mean, hundreds of people had gathered at Rome's Gemelli Hospital. He appeared in a balcony, not on his 10th floor, but it was lower down. He was in his wheelchair. We saw a tired-looking Pope Francis. His face appeared to be slightly bloated as well. He thanked everybody as he appeared at the balcony and specifically highlighted a woman he saw in the crowd who was carrying a bouquet of yellow flowers. And he said that was great to see. He also weakly used his hands to make the sign of a cross to bless the people that were gathered there. So really a very significant time to see Pope Francis after so long, since his 12-year papacy. It's the longest that no one has seen or heard from him. Clearly, he has suffered a great deal, having to deal with that double pneumonia, as you mentioned. The doctors gave a briefing to journalists on Saturday, and we understand that during his period in hospital, he faced two incidents where he was in very critical condition and his life was in danger, is what they told us. But what we do know now is that he has been discharged with the idea that he's been prescribed 2 months of rest, rehabilitation and convalescence back in the Vatican at the Casa Santa Marta residence, which is where he usually says he no longer has pneumonia. The polymicrobial respiratory chest infection that he's been facing still there, so he's taking some meds to deal with some of it, and he will continue with physical and respiratory physiotherapy while he's in there. But definitely they say it's better for him to be at home than to be at the hospital, where of course he can be exposed to other infections. In fact, they've told him to avoid large crowds or groups of people that may have young children who are carrying infections. No, he has stopped the non-mechanical ventilation that he was using at night, but he will continue using oxygen with those nasal tubes as and when necessary. But we have seen him stop using it. He did not appear at the balcony using them when he was speaking, but clearly we saw him weak. They said he will have to work on getting his voice back up to par as well. Of course, he's also, they say, lost weight, but they are confident that we've seen improvements in the last 2 weeks and the improvements will continue.